guys, this is the day afterwards. I'm going to sit down and do an intro and talk to y'all about this a minute. Just ran out of daylight yesterday, guys, so when I do, I'll do it right here in my studio. On this fishing trip, I was fishing with the Slab Tail jig, okay? The water's been cooling off a lot because they've been dumping water from above us. I said this in the video. Kerr Lake's like at 302, and they're trying to get it down to 298. So they've been dumping a lot of water. When they dump it, it comes out of the bottom of the dam. So it's in the 50s, I reckon. So it cools the main channel. And I've been fishing some little pockets off of the main channel because the back of the creeks are in the 70s. They're like 75. And the crappie fishing's got tough in the back of the creek. So I'm looking for new crappie, guys. And I'm finding them in the pockets. But I got to deal with the constant temperature change from the channel. So this is how I've dealt with it today. We hit the trolling motor, which I don't like because I'm using 2-pound test. That's nice crappie. I'm telling you, guys, there's nothing like catching crappie early in the morning, light action rod, 2-pound, look, 2-pound test. He's everywhere. You're everywhere, buddy. You gonna give up now? He ain't sure yet, is he? He's like, no. That's a nice one too, guys. That's a nice one. Oh, y'all know by now I got something else to share with you. See something hanging in his mouth. It's a pretty thing. Great day. Look at that. Little tiny bait in his mouth. Now guys, they've been dumping water out of Kerr Lake. Yesterday, I came out yesterday evening. I couldn't catch any crappie. So I moved up the lake. The further I went up, the colder the water got. The water's way up. I knew they'd been letting some out. But I hadn't been out since Wednesday. I haven't been out for 2 days. Yeah, he's nice. I haven't been out for 2 days. And wow. What I found out was the water temperature had dropped. Again, this happened a lot this year because of dumping water out of Kerr Lake. And it knocks the bite. So I caught a couple. So this morning we're starting all over. And I'm going to share that with you. Alright guys, we'll see what we got here. This one feels big. Hey, not a bad one. A little black crappie. Look at a little male. Oh, he's not a bad one. He's not bad. He's not a bad fella. It's just, you know what? They're all good. Alright guys, he's running around here. He ain't a bad one either. Ooh, baby. Like I said on this light rod, guys, they feel a lot bigger. That's why I'm not using my bass gear. You see, I got a bass bait caster laying there because I was throwing the top water. You know what? I was throwing the top water a little bit last night. A fluke. Look at that. That's a decent before I come in. Right before dark. Look at that, guys. He's a decent one. Again, these are not monster crappie. He's a good 10. I've been catching some big ones. If y'all watch my videos, if you haven't watched my videos, guys, I got you. You're out. Oops. Well, he busted my little jig. There you go. He's pretty. I'm gonna let you go, bud. I don't think, yeah, he is. He's part bass. He got bass in his blood. Now, he's a small one. He's a baby. No, he's not bad. He's not bad. I'm sorry, buddy, I called you a baby. Because you're not really a baby. You're a mid-sized one. He's about a 9. Alright, my little grub. Sun's seen the best of it now. I put him back on there after that last one. I thought, well, try one more time. But he's about a 9-inchman. He ain't as little as he looks. Guys, it don't matter. When you're fishing, like I say, if you're fishing for crappie, you take them all. I like those 12, 13, 14 inches, but that size is fun too. Alright, I'm gonna get a new jig, guys, and I'm gonna see if we can find another one. See, I'm just throwing a little teeny head. See how little that is? I need a hook's getting a little dull. Okay, guys, I've showed you this before. I carry this with me. Sometimes a couple fish, or if you get hung up, that hook will knock that little point. Just take your little foul. This is just a fishing foul. Now I got a little, see, it's trying to stick in my thumb. That's what I'm trying to do. If it don't try to stick in my thumb, then it's not sharp enough. You know? And I can feel it right there now. It's trying to see how it's trying to stick in my skin easy. It's sharp enough. If it ain't sticking in you, trying to stick in you, then it's gonna be hard to stick in a fish, right? Guys, there's time working. Just know what I'm doing right there. Live action right there. I'm gonna pick him up. He's small. That's what I'm doing. I was trying to, if I had a chance to tell you what I was gonna do. He done grabbed it. Alright. Well, ain't nobody fishing. The only way you can control the size is use a huge bait, and you know what? Sometimes you still catch little fish, right? I'll show you what I'm doing. Like I said before, I can see a log coming in right there. There's limbs off this tree. This is a really nice place here, guys. Probably $1 million home. And I imagine they're throwing the limbs in. I can see a couple bases of some limbs. And one coming out right there. And they're just throwing them in the water to keep the property clean through time. You see a dead piece right there. So just some brush right here. And it's a good drop. I'm sitting in 12 foot of water and I'm 18 feet from the bank, but I'm just letting it fall down off that bank because, like I said, it's a good drop. And then when she gets to the bottom, right there she is. Got him. Live action. And it sounds like he's a little smaller too, but he's about the same size. And see, that's what I told y'all a little bit ago. The bigger ones are getting harder to come by. Once those big ones spawn, they disappear sometimes. Look at that. He smoked it too. Well, listen, actually he's got a little bit more shoulders on him. I don't know. No. I'm telling you, this light action is just the way to go. Oh yeah, he's a decent one. Yeah, I see you, big boy. Come up here dancing around. Yeah, you're about 10 inches, maybe 11. But you're a decent one. We're not gonna make fun of you. We're gonna say, hey, come on in here. We're not gonna say he's a baby. Make fun of you, but little one. Oh, nah. He's a decent one, guys. Yeah. Can try to give you my hand to give you a comparison. There ain't a whole lot to compare it to. Well, this bait's 4 inches long. See? He's huge. That's what got you in trouble, that little ugly green thing. And that's what that thing's called, guys. That bait's called, the color's called ugly green. Oh boy, he's just full of it. Come here. Get that little, oh, you're heavy for no bit longer than you are. A little green tool. He is pretty thick, no longer than he is. You got some weight to him. Bam, on the old green thing. Alright guys, I'm gonna tell you what, look here, that's a decent one. Guys, the little jig is doing the job. Let me get my net. So I've been netting them and trying to pick them with a little tiny hook too. Oh, that's a pretty one. That's a decent crappie, isn't it? There's a decent one. They're all about eating size. Uh-oh. I said eating size, his eyes just rolled over here and looked at me like, what? Hey folks, we caught fish. It was very tough. So I think I mentioned in the video, they've been dumping water on Curry Lake to get the water levels flooded up there, and they dump it into Gaston. It comes out of the bottom of the dam. It It cools the channel. I've been fishing right off the channel. The back of the creeks are hot. They're like 75 degrees. So I'm following my crappie out, trying to find a better bite, trying to find bigger fish. You can catch them in the back of the creeks, but they're really, really small. What I found today, when the bite's tough like that and the fish quit, and you can't catch them and everything else, just stop and go smaller, guys. Downsize, just like you would bass fishing. This is an 1.5 inch jig, and it's by Fish Stalker, and it's called the 1.5 slab tail. This is ugly green color, guys. The only color I got. I ordered those because I wanted to try the ugly green, and they didn't have but a few colors when I ordered them last year. I found them about a year, and actually this is the first time I ever used them. I've got a lot of crappie baits. You all know on this channel, that's what I do. I buy baits, I fish with them. I got 4 or 5 more yet you haven't seen, guys. Here's how I had it rigged. I had it on the rig on a little. This is a 1/48 ounce, and I also had some with the red hook. That hook was a little bigger, so I used both in the video, but I like this one better. It's a 1/48 ounce head. Actually, this is the same hook and rig that's made for the itsy bitsy swimmer. But you can't keep that little tail from moving. Guys, I'll give it a 10 on my rating, on my review, because it caught fish. Like I say, first time I ever used it, it caught fish. It has great action. I love that color. And I'm going to order some more. I went on today and looked, see what they had. So if you find them, you've got to buy them because they're hard to come by. Well, let me tell you about the rod. This is that same rod y'all been seeing. It's a 7-foot Shakespeare Mercury. You can buy them at Walmart. It's a light action. Guys, it's $18. It's a great crappie rod. Pflueger President reel, 1,000 size. 2-pound line. Now that part's probably important. I use 2 and 4, guys. I've said this many a times. If you're out there fishing with 6 and 8 and you're catching fish and you're after some day and you're having trouble, the 2-pound line is going to make a difference. Crappie don't pay attention to the line color. I know y'all use bright colors. I still don't use the bright color very often, guys. This is clear. I use light green. But it changes the action of your bait, the line size does. And when you're using a jig that small, 1/48, and a little tiny jig, it really makes a difference. You want to fall through the water natural. And when I caught most of the fish, I showed you what I was doing. I pitched it up next to cover. And I got hung up a lot. And I let it fall down through the treetops. And when I feel it tingle the treetop, watch your line. I just try to pick it up a little bit and let it fall again. Guys, I hit it on the fall. When it's falling, you see your line take off or you get that thump and you set the hook. You know, I don't think I caught any when I was moving it. If I did, it's when the first time I moved it. And I feel it hit a limb or two. And I pull it. And I feel it come off of a limb and they'd hit it. Most time when they style jigs, they hit them on the fall. The lighter jig head you use, the slower the fall is. When the bite is slow, you want a slower fall. That makes sense? Now, okay, we do sometimes reverse that. Sometimes when you want to react, we call it a reaction strike. When the bite is slow, sometimes you can go to a heavier head and work a bait like a swim bait and get a bite. When the fish are in deeper water or on open point and stuff. But when they're in that cover like they were, you're better off with a lighter head. 1/48. And guys, I was cutting the barb off. So it wasn't 1/48. It was probably a 150 something, right? 52, 53. Because once you cut the barb off, you cut off a fourth of it, right? Okay. Hope that helps you. My name is Dennis. This is Fishing Lake Country. I'm just trying to help you come up with some other ideas. The next time you're out there and you can't get bit, go small. We'll see you next time on Fishing Lake Country.